Deep Red, 1975, a.k.a. Profondo Rosso, profoundly red, dripping deep red, the deep, Red Hatchet Murders, the Hatchet Murders, and released as Suspiria 2 in Japan.
Deep red.
Yeah. A jazz pianist and a wisecracking journalist are pulled into a complex web of mystery after the former witnesses the brutal murder of a psychic. Directed by Dario Argento, written by Dario Argento and Bernardino Zapponi. Huh?
Wow. That's an Italian style.
Yeah, that's a lot of names for a guy.
So what do you got?
Tagline. When was the last time you were really scared? Psycho, The Exorcist, Jaws, now there's Deep Red. Distributed by Cinerees.
Deep Red.
Had a really good air release on Blu-ray in 2018.
Okay, as most Argento films, this is beautifully shot with focus on small details and consideration for visual appeal. I love the way the blood looks in these movies. It's just bright red, 70s, thick like paint. Great soundtrack by Goblin. Might be the best thing about the movie for me, really.
I agree.
What would you do if you saw a woman get killed in this manner in which the psychic woman gets killed through the window? You're walking down the street.
Go home.
You look up and you see a fucking guy. What's he hit her with a axe or something and knocks her through the window, her throat gets cut.
Just go home. Call 911 on your way back to the house.
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved.
Modern day, you probably have a cell phone.
I'm not getting involved.
I love when characters in movies just decide they're going to start digging for clues in situations that should clearly be left for the police. Like, why is this guy just decide he's a piano player, right?
Yeah, why is he just solving a case?
it's like
let it go.
It's like Blue Velvet. Have you seen Blue Velvet?
Oh, yeah.
That dude just decides he's fucking on the case.
Finds the ear, and he's like, I'm going to find the person who had this ear.
The police weren't doing nothing.
Yeah.
They wanted to get to the bottom of it.
One of the weirdest, I think it might be genius, the thing that Argento did is he cast a woman as a transsexual male.
That's hot.
And then dubbed a male's voice over it.
That was a woman?
Yeah, and then he dubbed a male's voice over it, so it was like, hello, man. It was like, it reminded me of Pee Wee Herman.
Ain't nothing better. Translate.
Is he talking to
dudes with?
Is he campaigning for trans ladies?
Yeah, nothing better. I heard nothing better.
Nothing
Translate. Nothing better than a trans.
Hey, I ain't knocking whatever people do in the bedrooms.
This movie is slow as fuck. Oh man, I had 1 hour. I had 1 hour left, and I felt like things could pick up a little bit. It's just things are so sparse. There's things that happen, but it's really slow, and the kills are not really spectacular. I think that the scalding hot bathtub death is probably like the coolest. I guess the first kill is pretty cool, but watching this dude wander through an old house is a little lengthy. There's a lot of just this dude wandering through this old house, and yeah. I think I feel the same about this movie as I do Rosemary's Baby. It's beautifully shot, few notable scenes, awesome soundtrack. This guy should be arrested, though. He's just really fucking with crime scenes constantly, all the time. The high points of the movie for me were the initial killing of the psychic, with her throat being slit, the 70s blood, the Goblin soundtrack, the bathtub death, and that creepy doll that runs in to the room towards the end. It doesn't make sense.
You gotta wonder if that inspired what's his name from Saw, that little thing that just reminded me of that. But it was 1975. It was more creepier, really. Like
I almost said that guy's name was Mr. Puzzles. It's Jigsaw.
Jigsaw, yeah, that's right. Good job, Ray.
Overall, I feel like this movie could have been cut down to like 90 minutes, or maybe an hour. But back in the 70s, it was totally cool to just have like a 9-minute long scene of a guy looking at drawings. I don't think this is required Argento by any means, but it's well made. I give it a 6 out of 10.
Perfect.
A perfect 6 out of 10.
Yeah, so it's a giallo, Italian murder mystery, and this, from what I've always heard, this is one of the best, if not the best, giallo. So, like I've seen a few, but as far as that subgenre, I haven't really seen too many. This is definitely slow paced, but then I got to look in the. I think you watched this on Shudder.
Yeah.
I think this is cut. I think there's another version because
A longer one.
yeah, on IMDb it listed at 2 hours 7 minutes. And the one on Shudder is 1 hour 44 minutes. And I think the cut scene wasn't dubbed in English; it popped up in subtitles. So I don't think I've ever seen the uncut version, but I'm sure that's what the arrow is. Yeah, it looks good. Cinematography's great. Goblin is definitely one of the highlights, but the audio mix is completely off. I don't know if you guys, maybe because I was listening or watching it with the air conditioner on, and I had it turned up loud to hear them talk. But when the music or sound effects kicked in, my house was rumbling. I was bustling. I don't know. Maybe it's just the air conditioner. I don't know. Yeah, it feels long because stuff's so spread out. There's a few good kills, and I like the kills. I like the practical effects. I like the way it looked. Man, a decent amount of gore. Just everything spread out. I love it. I gave it an 8.
I like that.
Have you seen this movie?
I have not seen this one. Yeah.
Well, do you like murder mysteries?
Yeah.
I do.
Because
You would
do you
probably
like
really like this a
Argento?
I did.
The Italian style?
Movies, yeah.
Definitely watch this.
What are you staring at?
Maybe
Whoa! What the fuck is this now?
He's like, I like Argento. He's like, right.
Right.
you're whispering stuff to me.
But
I don't
anyways,
know what
no,
you're talking about.
I haven't seen it, but
Yeah, I
it
think
sounds cool.
you should check it out.
Yeah. Well, I watched it, of course.
Right.
I found it on Shudder or whatever. It's like, this isn't the movie he's talking about. This is like old and way older than and it was just random as fuck.
Right.
But then I seen Argento does it. And, I mean, it was like a Murder, She Wrote episode with gore.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Or like Matlock.
Yeah. But, I like the end, they went with the old woman, like Friday the 13th.
yeah.
Kind of like, you beat the fuck out of her. She ain't killing you. Right, Frank?
That's right.
That woman ain't killing
That woman
you.
ain't killing me.
No way.
No way. I'll stamp on her foot.
But yeah, I love his gore. I love, like you said about the blood and the way he has that paint, almost orange look to the blood a little
Right.
bit. I love that. I love that look. And yeah, the Goblin, the soundtrack, the music to it. That's one thing they cannot compete with in the newer movies. Is just the way they use audio and stuff.
Right.
But
And they're so good. I don't think I've ever heard a soundtrack that I didn't enjoy from them.
yeah, so that's super awesome. But yeah, I give it a 7. I liked it.
Solid.
I'll have to check it out.